Hello there, this is Mr. Dairyman, and I'm sitting here in period 6, science, and we're going to share what we're learning about making a graph on Microsoft Excel. So we want to take you through that process right now. If you take a look, we are going to graph the averages, which would be here for an empty car. Make it so you can see there, which is 213. We want to graph one mass versus two masses versus three masses. So here's our average data that we want to graph. The first thing you need to do to graph your data is get yourself a new spreadsheet. Nice clean spreadsheet with nothing on it. Okay? And what we're going to do is first type out our x-axis or our dependent variable quantity, which is going to be an empty car. Then we're going to call it one mass because we added one mass to the car. Then two masses. Then three masses. And let's space that out just a little bit so we can see those numbers. And we're going to go back and look at our sixth period data. Actually, I was on the wrong sheet before, but here's our data for sixth period. 215, 218, 220, and 220. So we got to remember those averages because that's what we want to graph. Let's go back to our sheet. And it's real easy at this point. You just type in those averages, 215, 218, 220, and 220. This is simple. Type in your variable, type in your average numbers. Pretty easy stuff. Can everybody out there handle that so far? What? Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, next step, pretty easy. Highlight your data, including your variable. Everything's highlighted. And then we want to insert a column graph. Column is what we want, not bar. As you can see, bar will go sideways. We want the bars to be vertical. So we click on column, and it's the first box in the top left. And there, a lot of our work has been done. You can see your bars, and you can see them showing the data. But at this point, a little bit to do yet. We want to choose a template that's for us. Up in here is a set of templates, and if you click on this little icon here, it'll give you some choices. We want to show the x and y axis variables and the title. So this one right here gives us a place to type the title and your variables. Okay. And now all it is typing in those things. Ron, oh, I can't say Ron. Student in the top center there, what did we say the title was on your data table? Tell me, Ron. No, no. Speed of car with changing mass. Then we go over to our x-axis, and we'll backspace there. Our dependent variable, speed of car. And I think our units are centimeters per second. And our x-axis title, mass of the car. So far, so good. Still have a couple changes to make. Our bars probably could use narrowed up a bit. So we want to double click on the bars, and it's no gap or a large gap. What I like to do is go somewhere in the middle, and I put a gap between our bars. Next thing we need to do is change our scale. If you remember, I told you in class we want to start at 0 and go up to our top number. So for this one, this is a little tricky. You got to right click and select Format Axis. We're going to format those numbers. Format means to change them. Our minimum number, we want to hit fixed and make it a 0 because our scale always starts at 0. And our top number is going to stay at 221. But if we want to make it 250 like somebody suggested, we can. And then you can see our bars change to show the data as being pretty close to even. Okay, our mass did not change the speed of the car. At this point, we do have options to choose colors, styles, and so forth, but I recommend that you go black and white and even get rid of the bold bar as to save ink. You can also email your graph to dairymanj at sesd.k12.pa.us, and then you can save ink and save money at home. And again, this is extra credit. It is not totally necessary if you have trouble or don't have the time, but the handwritten graph is due. Final thing here, I believe, is to save it as a new page or insert on a new page. So we want to move the chart to a new sheet so that it's nice and big. Finished product. Empty, 1 mass, 2 mass, 3 masses. Variables are shown, our scale is there, and our title is there. Save it or print it, email it, get it to Mr. Dairyman, and we're all good to go, and you have a skill that you'll use hopefully in the future. Applause now, please. Thank you. Thank you. That's enough.